Hey there, welcome to video number 4 with relation to methods of communication. In my last video I spoke about proxemics. Now we will continue with the other types of components which come under kinesics or body language. So the next type which comes under kinesics is when we are talking about vocalics. Now vocalics is also known as paralanguage and we communicate a lot with the help of vocalics or paralanguage. What do we mean by vocalics? Vocalics is not related to language at all. It is related to how do we use that language. When we are talking about English or Hindi or Marathi or Gujarati, of course that is language and that will come under oral communication. But when we are talking about how do we use that language, that will come under vocalics or paralanguage. For example, if someone is singing a song, not everyone is a good singer. So when a singer is singing a song, the pitch of that person is so beautiful and pretty in comparison to the others. So when we are talking about the pitch of a person or when we are talking about the tone of a person, some people will have very sober tone, very nice tone. Some people will have very harsh tone. So when we are talking about tone of a person. Similarly, when we are talking about different cultures, for example, when we are talking about Americans, they have generally falling tone. What are you doing? But when we are talking about Indians, they have rising tone. What are you doing? So the tone of a person is again included under vocalics. For example, if you are trying to have a kind of stress on certain words, emphasis on certain words in a sentence, then also the complete meaning of that particular sentence with that particular context changes a lot. For example, are you reading or writing? If I put emphasis on word or, the meaning will be different. If I say, are you reading or writing? If I put emphasis on you, the meaning will be completely different. So it is very important for every one of us to understand how do we use our vocalics or paralanguage, which is comprised of pitch, tone, stress, emphasis, etc. The next thing which comes under kinesics is when we are talking about artifacts. Artifacts is nothing but the style of living. Style of living, for example, if I enter in some office premises and if I see idol of Buddha everywhere, or if I see idol of laughing Buddha everywhere, I try to make the interpretations about that particular place. Generally, when we are talking about artifacts, very ancient culture will have their own style of living. The style or the culture which is visible in one's style of living is nothing but artifacts. Then we have the next type of thing which comes under kinesics, that is dressing and grooming. What do I mean by dressing and grooming, and is it related to my non-verbal communication, that is body language? Yes. Dressing is whatever we wear. So your attire is comprised of your dressing, and we do take care of all these things whenever we are going to different occasions. For example, if I am planning to go for an interview, I cannot wear yellow color shirt or red colored pant like Govinda. Of course not. Then the chances for me to get selected over there will be zero. So whenever I am trying to talk about interviews, I will have the dress which is appropriate for that occasion. If I try to go for parties and functions and marriages and celebrations, my dressing will be accordingly. So one has to understand that one has to dress very appropriately as per the occasion. Sari, which is considered as the most suitable or desirable attire here in India, is not very much acceptable in US at the workplaces. So same sari, very suitable and desirable attire here in India, not very much suitable and not very much healthy in the US kind of country, right? Now when we are talking about grooming, grooming is something which you are wearing on your body other than your clothes. So what comes in grooming? Grooming means the accessories which you are wearing. Right from your earrings to your wristwatch, to your leather belt, to your leather shoes, to your bangles, everything comes under grooming. So one has to understand that grooming also is to be done as per the occasion. Dressing and grooming conveys a lot about your personality. Remember that, friends. Right? And the last which I have kept, because this is the most important according to me under body language, that is silence. Now silence is the most important form of communication when we are talking about body language. Silence communicates a lot. Yes, it communicates a lot. In fact, it is often said that speech is silver, silence is golden. Whenever we are not able to express ourselves into words, we express ourselves in the best way in the form by just remaining silent. The last time when you became very angry with your mother or with your father, you didn't choose to speak, but rather you chose to remain silent, right? When we go for condolence meetings, we express our sadness, our sorrowfulness just by remaining silent. Even when we are in a shock, in fear, in phobia, we prefer to remain silent. So silence is the best form of communication when we are talking about kinesics. This is all which is about body language or the kinesics or the non-verbal form of communication. We will talk about the remaining two forms of non-verbal communication, that is visual communication and auditory communication, in my upcoming videos. Hope you have understood everything. Thank you so much.